Welcome to Good Morning Greyhounds. My name is Dylan Euler, and I'm here to give you some recent news. For today, we have to talk about sports because it's been crazy out here. The NBA world was rocked by a recent blockbuster trade that sent shockwaves through the league. The Dallas Mavericks traded their young superstar Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers in exchange for Anthony Davis. Yep, you heard that right. Luka and LeBron are now teammates in LA. LeBron admitted that he was stunned by the trade, but recently called Luka his favorite player. And don't get me started on the Dallas Mavericks. Why do you keep this a secret from your franchise cornerstone superstar player? Why don't you shop him around and start a bidding war? I'm over it. And the Jazz were involved? When are they not that random third wheel team in trades like this? In the end, our glorious king gets what he wants. What's new? Not my goat. Anyways, on the NFL front, the Kansas City Chiefs are gearing up for a historic Super Bowl three-peat. Standing in their way are the Philadelphia Eagles, eager to avenge their previous Super Bowl loss to these Chiefs. The game is set for tomorrow, February 9th, at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Current odds have the Chiefs as slight favorites, but in a game like this, anything can happen. We heard Dom's jokes about this game last week, so feel free to listen and learn about what we think by tuning into that. That's a wrap for this week's news updates. Be sure to learn more about these topics and more by watching Grand Slam Sports and Last Call here on Uindy TV. On to the rest of the episode.
Thank you, Dylan, and welcome into our first interview segment of the show. Join with me this morning is the new Uindy Athletic Director, PATE. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So, the weather is looking great today.
It is amazing.
Yes. So, can you tell us a little bit about your journey to becoming Uindy's Athletic Director?
Yes. Well, it goes back over 10 years, okay? So, I am just finishing up my 17th year as an AD. But earlier in my career, I was at the University of Illinois Springfield as the AD. And I got to learn all about Uindy because Uindy beat up on us pretty bad. So I also got to know the athletic director at the time, Dr. Sue Willie, and she had a profound impact on me. As a young AD, she was a great role model for me. She mentored me. She was my go-to person if I had a question. And so I really got to appreciate Uindy and just the all-around excellence that Uindy embodied and the reputation for success on and off the field. So that's what kind of drew me to Uindy, but I've known about Uindy as a powerhouse in Division II for years, and I've tracked on it.
I was literally just about to ask you what drew you most to Uindy. So what excites you most about this opportunity? Because now you were on the outside looking in, now you're here. You're a Greyhound.
I'm a Greyhound, and it's kind of serendipitous, right? I think what excites me the most about Uindy is there's been sustained success on and off the field, right?
Yeah.
Uindy has killed it athletically, been a top 10 perennial contender, a D2 powerhouse. But Uindy has also done a great job with student athletes in the classroom. I mean, 3.35 to 3.42 GPAs, unbelievable for, I think, student athletes to perform at that level in the classroom. So for me, what excites me the most is Uindy's already good in the classroom, good in athletics, and certainly we want to sustain that and elevate that. But there's also room for growth and improvement, in the sense of the game day environment, the facilities. Yeah. I see Uindy as an opportunity to build an all-around program of excellence that can be a model in Division II, known for, the best in every category, if that makes sense.
Can you tell me a little bit more about the facilities? I know you said something about that.
Yeah, well, I think Uindy has some great, really nostalgic pieces, Nickerson Hall, Ruth Lilly, great facilities, but maybe haven't had updates in recent years, especially Nickerson Hall. Key Stadium is the same way. Great game environment, but really I think we've probably fallen behind in the competitive game of facilities when it comes to football, lacrosse, soccer stadium, and also obviously our track needs some work, our swimming pool needs some work.
Just a little bit.
So we have great foundation. We just need to elevate our facilities and not only bring them up to par in the sense of like playability and safety and everything. Yeah. We also need to set them apart. I think facilities really make a difference when it comes to recruiting. And you're going to talk to our new volleyball coach here shortly, but she'll tell you that 17 to 18-year-olds that are making a decision about where they want to go to college are measuring our facilities. And quite honestly, a lot of the high schools have much nicer facilities than perhaps where we are today. I just visited Center Grove High School this week and was blown away by their facilities and their weight room and you name it. So I think that's probably an opportunity. I did over $31 million of, certainly with my team and everybody involved, of improvements at my last school that I had the opportunity to lead. So I love the facility improvement part. That's something I think that I really enjoy, and it's something I excel at, and just the creative process. So I'm excited about that opportunity here.
So you definitely plan on coming here, you know, sprinkling your little dust, your magic
Yes,
dust,
ma'am.
and changing it up.
Well,
I love that.
Just building on the foundation, really. There's a great foundation here, but there's so much room to elevate it.
Yeah, I hope it's done before I graduate. I want to see it. So what are some of your proudest accomplishments from your previous position? Because you're not new to this.
I'm a dinosaur. I've been doing this for 17 years. I certainly, it went fast. But my proudest accomplishments at my last school were, first and foremost, elevating the all-around excellence for that program. Elevating the GPA from a 3.01 to 3.4, you know, and so being able to elevate our athletic success. We went from finishing, when I got there, 154th in the Learfield Cup to 12th, and the best finish, you know, ever in the history of the university, and also won 3 team national championships the last 2 years, and also some individual national championships. So just elevating, and then finally, like I said, I feel like I had the opportunity to really make a transformative impact on the facilities that will last for generations. And so, you know, I want to put my mark on it, but I want it to sustain and last.
Yeah. So I know you're coming in with a lot of experience. How do you think it's gonna shape how you approach what you're gonna do here at Uindy?
You know, in many ways, a lot of what I did at my last school, from facility development, just enhancing the overall student-athlete experience, those same opportunities, like I've already done it once, right, in the sense of elevating, you know, the overall student-athlete experience of facilities. So I've already experienced it, so now I just need to, you know, approach Uindy in the sense of, you know, for me, it's the strategic part of it.
Yeah.
Strategic planning and mapping out what the priorities are, and then getting to work and clarifying what those are for everybody so we can get everybody rowing together.
Yeah. So you've been, like we said, you've been doing this for a long time. What do you think are the most challenges that you faced in this position?
So early in my career, I got into the business young and certainly didn't have maybe the wealth of experience that most ADs would have had. So my path was very different. I'd only been in athletic administration for 2 years before I was named athletic director at my alma mater. So I was green, you know, and so my biggest hurdle was sort of overcoming maybe some of the biases I encountered with, you know, youth, and then already having a bias maybe for being a female in a space that's been predominantly male, and so having to overcome some of those biases in my own sort of path to growth, you know, and that really just involved learning from people like Dr. Sue Willey and other people that had already, you know, done it before me, and just sort of learning what best practice is. So overcoming youth. I don't have that problem anymore though. So it changed on a dime. I went from being the young AD to, oh my gosh, I think I'm the oldest one in the room. And
no, you still
I've been
look great.
around the longest.
Don't let anybody tell you that, because you still look great.
Well, thank you.
So how do you plan to foster a strong relationship between student athletes, coaches, and the Border campus community?
Well, I think it starts with building relationships and partnerships. Okay, so doing it in a way that's transparent and honest and authentic. So it really is about listening and learning what's important to all the stakeholders. I've already started this process. You know, I met with SAC within the first month of my arrival, at a SAC meeting, Student Athlete Advisory Committee, meeting with the coaches, meeting with our administrative team, and then now I'm branching out across campus and listening and learning and figuring out what's important to this campus, and making sure that we're aligned and that we're all, you know, on the same team, working for the same common goals.
Well, how did being a college athlete shape your leadership style and approach to athletics administration?
Now, I could spend a whole segment on this. I actually just spoke to Center Grove High School about for National Women and Girls in Sport Day. And so I already talked about this, so this is fresh on my mind. For me, my student athlete experience had a profound impact on me. I thought I was going to just play 4 years of college softball and get a degree. I had no idea that it was actually going to shape me into the person I am today. So just learning what it's like to be in a team environment, leadership, you know, growing in that space, time management, honestly just developing that competitive mindset and pursuit of excellence in all aspects, and that how that can translate into other areas of your life. And it's instilled in me just a drive and a pursuit of excellence, a relentless pursuit of excellence that I've taken from that experience into my career.
Well, thank you so much. It's been really eye-opening.
Thank you for having me. This is amazing what you guys do. I'm excited to partner with you down the road.
Of course, yes, for sure. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Kids up, pistol whip your white. Come on, man, Savage. You know I always play your mixtape. Yeah. Got that action.
Yo, that's hard. Yeah. Yeah.
Why do you cap it so hard? Why you got a 12-car garage? Why you pulling out these rappers' cards?
New release reviews with Ashley and Adel, only on Uindy Radio.
Beyonce, the most awarded and nominated artist in Grammy's history, finally won Album of the Year for her Country and Then Some album, Cowboy Carter. And I don't care what anyone says, Beyonce will always be the queen. Kendrick's diss, Not Like Us, is aging like fine wine the other day. He won 5 Grammys in a row. He won Best Rap Song of the Year, Best Record of the Year, Best Song in General, Best Rap Performance, and of course, Best Music Video. There is no stopping this man. This is right after Drake made the claim that this man had inflated the views on this song. Bro, this song is an anthem. It united enemies together. It united a city together. It united a nation together, just to show everyone that Drake likes to sing in A minor. Drake wanted to be funny and be like, oh yeah, Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone hand him a Grammy right now. Yeah, they gave him 5. And Kendrick is so petty. Apparently, he was doing all of this while wearing a Canadian tuxedo. And don't forget, this man still has the Super Bowl performance coming up soon. If he plays this song on one of the biggest stages in the world, he's number 1. I don't care what anyone says, he's number 1. As most of you know, Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce, the Chiefs' star tight end. But as Pennsylvania native, she is also an Eagles fan. With the Eagles and the Chiefs facing off in the Super Bowl, this year Taylor Swift will have a tough decision to make. I'll go ahead and say what we're all thinking. Who cares? It shouldn't be a tough decision. Heck, it shouldn't even really be a decision at all. The only thing that matters is that Drake loses his bet on the game and Kendrick goes 6-0 within a week.
Joining us now, we have the latest addition to the Uindy coaching staff. Coach Kendall, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing today?
Great, how are you?
Tired, but I'm great. So before we get into coaching, can we talk about your journey into volleyball? What originally sparked your interest in the sport?
Yeah, when I was in middle school, I was doing the whole dance thing and figuring out what sports I was going to play, and I was at my aunt's pool, and we were just throwing a volleyball around, and I hit it pretty hard, and my mom was like, you know what, you should try out for the volleyball team. And so that summer I went to a couple high school camps and tried out for my middle school team, sat the bench for a solid 2 years after that. But I love the game of volleyball. I love the team camaraderie I love what it had to offer. And then from there, getting into high school, I had a growth spurt, ended up being really tall, and just fell in love. I had some really great coaches along the way that have lit that passion even more. But yeah, it started from pool volleyball.
I have to be honest, when I sat the bench for 2 years, I quit.
Did you?
I quit. I couldn't do it. So tell me, how come you didn't quit?
Well, there were times I wanted to, but my mom, she always made us follow through with anything that we committed to. She said, you know, you can always reevaluate at the end of the season, but in the middle of it, you're never quitting.
Yeah.
You're going to keep going. So I credit that to my mom.
Okay, we love our moms. So reflecting on your time at Uindy University, what were some of your most memorable moments as a player?
Yeah, those 4 years were the greatest years of my life. I made best friends. I always say that your coaches get to recruit your bridesmaids, and that they are. So awesome best friends, but we won at the highest level. So my freshman year, we made it to the Final Four in NCAA Division II. Sophomore and senior year, we were in the Elite Eight. And then my junior year, we had the honor of winning the national championship. So it was fun. It was a dream experience. And I had two incredible coaches, Christy and Matt Benner, a husband and wife duo, that were just people who believed in me. And they really have shaped me who I am today. And huge part of the reason why I'm coaching today.
I love that. So what does it feel like to win a national title?
Oh, it's crazy. It's a dream. The week of my best friend always jokes with me because we were roommates during that tournament, and I would wake up every morning at 6 a.m. and say, I had a dream. I had a dream that we won. It was just surreal. You know, it's fun, and it's what you dream of, and it's the journey along the way that's the really cool experience about it.
So you play professionally in Germany, right? So how did that shape your understanding of international volleyball?
Yeah, it was a really fun and challenging year. The sport of volleyball is very different internationally. Some different rules and just techniques that they use. So it was fun, it was challenging. You know, I was away from my home, and I think if anything, I really grew as a person and kind of figured out what I wanted to do with my life. Yeah. I picked up the phrase, it's not where you're at, it's the people you're with, when I was in Germany. And it really shaped me who I am and the direction that I went from there on out.
Do you ever wish you could go back to playing professionally?
No, I'm done playing. Trust me, you don't want to see me.
Coaching is where it's at.
Yeah, the things that I think I can do in my head are very different than what I can do anymore.
So in what ways did your college career prepare you for your future in coaching?
Yeah, like I said, I had incredible coaches, and you know, playing at the highest level, it gave that spark. And sometimes I think in life, all you need is a little bit of belief of what you can do and what you can achieve. And you know, playing at that level, it gave me some spark of like, I want to do this as a coach now. I want to try to do the impossible in the next way. So yeah, it just gave me the belief, and sometimes that's all you need in life, a little belief.
So what are you like most excited for coaching here?
Yeah, this culture here is incredible, and you know, to take this next step, it had to be a right fit. And just the University of Indianapolis in general is, like Kim said earlier, it's a Division II powerhouse. Everyone knows about Uindy and the success that they've had in multiple different sports, and just the reputation of the university in general. There's great people that come out of this school. So I'm excited to get involved in the community and the school. The girls have been super welcoming. They're driven, they're competitive, they're ready to win. So I just love what it's about. Kim is an awesome leader, and you know, like I said earlier, it's not where you're at, it's the people you're with. So being around great people was a huge priority.
How do you envision contributing to the Uindy volleyball program's legacy?
Yeah, you know, legacy is it's a big word. There's a lot that's impacted with it, and me as a coach, it's my job to lead these girls in a way that they feel their best selves and they go do the impossible on and off the court. So for starters, I want them to be able to walk into an interview and put their shoulders back and say, I'm going to go crush this interview and get this job in whatever field that they end up pursuing. And then on the court, I want them to learn life lessons. I want them to figure out how to be a leader, how to battle through tough things, how to not quit when things get hard, and learn those life lessons and also enjoy their time and have fun while we're here.
Yeah, I will say some of the best coaches I've had are like help me on and off the court.
Yeah.
Like I still speak to them to this day, and I don't even play sports anymore.
That's awesome.
So what conversations or experiences during the interview process that solidifies your decision to join Uindy?
Yeah, I met some great people along the way. Kim was awesome. I think our very first conversation, it was like, wow, I love you. Like, you are just an awesome person. And just everyone in general. I mean, just to hear the direction of where this university is going and athletics in general, it's super exciting. It's a fun time to be a part of it, and it's the people.
Yeah. So, what are your initial impressions of the Uindy athletic department and the support for its volleyball team?
Yeah, it's been great so far. I mean, the support, I'm just getting my feet wet. So the first priority for me was getting to know the girls and building relationships and figuring out what they need and what they're missing, and hopefully trying to provide that. And, you know, building relationships on and off the court. So it's been about a week and a half now in the middle of it, but it's been a really fun journey so far.
What are you most excited for? Did I already ask that?
Maybe.
Oh, I did.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's okay. I'm just
so
excitement
sorry.
all over.
Can you describe your coaching and philosophy and how it evolved over time?
Yeah, I think coaching philosophy is like a big umbrella of things. I just want people to be great. I say the word, go be great. Go be great in everything that you do. If it's in the classroom, go be great at it. If it's at a job, go be great at it. If it's on the court, go be great. And so me as a coach, I'm gonna try to give these girls as many tools and experiences so that when they have the opportunity to go be great, they're ready to go be great, and they're confident to go be great, and they're able to go be great. So I would say that's kind of the umbrella of my philosophy.
So how do you plan to develop and mentor students, like the student athletes both on and off the court? I know we touched on it a little bit, but like, can you go into depth for me?
Yeah, so one of my great mentors at Washburn, Coach Aaron, we led the program through COVID, and that was a tough year. We did this whole series, it was called Adulting 101, and we took the girls through a different series of things like how to change a tire, how to interview, how to have etiquette for a business dinner, all of those things. So I would love to incorporate some of those things, add some fun adventure in there, but yeah, just adding things that kind of develops people not just as athletes, but as well-rounded people.
Speaking of incorporating things, what are your thoughts on incorporating technology into your coaching methods?
Yeah, I love technology. I'm a numbers nerd. Anything that we can do to get some extra film or video breakdown.
keep all the numbers over there.
The statistics, it's big into volleyball. So I think nowadays there's so many great tools and apps and programs out there that will help us elevate the program to the next level. So get some iPads in there, statistics going. There's some great volleyball systems that I would love to implement, and get the right people in that can understand those numbers and help break it down for the girls.
Thank you guys for coming to be interviewed. To all those watching, make sure to come back next week for a special Valentine's edition of Good Morning Greyhounds. And make sure to watch the rest of our Uindy TV productions on our YouTube channel and Xfinity 1096. See you next week.